rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics drier than the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. Here's Evan McPherson, and off we go from Minneapolis. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. McCarthy now going to start with a pass. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll try again here, second and 10. It's a first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he lowers the shoulder. Gain of about 3. What can they do here on third down and 7? From the gun, here's McCarthy. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and...
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. Slides extra point, up and good. And the Vikings are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On the ground, it's the veteran Zach Moss. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On first down, Burrow. This one complete to Burton. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. Room to run at the 35. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. It's his second touchdown of the year. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst.
And this one is blocked. A big hole. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt.
So that guy in the slot, Mike, yes, he has to have great reaction times. Yes, he has to have great quickness and speed. But because he's typically facing the shiftiest and highest targeted player on the opposing offense, he has to have great instincts. That's what we saw there. His reaction time and his anticipation allowed him to jump that route, get his hands on it, and snatch one of those targets away.
A first catch there for Chase. And he's got a first down to go with it. Here's Moss. A hit, and he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-point game. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Brown. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown, you're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Bengals 6.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Try to set up the screen to Mitchell. Down the right sideline. He's to the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 82 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Sly's extra point, up and good. And the Vikings add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. First and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan. Because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space. Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Harrison Smith.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. He's got Parham, his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now McCarthy. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is McCarthy. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he's into the end zone. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. Out comes Sly for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Vikings are able to extend the lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And a nice run there. He'll get 9 yards. Park with the 20 now. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Gesicki, the man in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
He'll try to run it here with Moss. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done. Here's Brad Robbins now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it here with Chandler. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. To throw, it's McCarthy. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. Here's 1st and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Open man downfield, it's Hawkinson. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down. Here's McCarthy. Under pressure and he'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
That's caught left side by Hawkinson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. They get 12 yards on that pass. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That is caught in the end zone, but hold everything. There is a flag in the backfield. I think this one's coming back. He'll look to throw. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. Back to throw. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. T.J. Hawkinson, touchdown Minnesota. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Now an opening has the 30. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
Bengals 6.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. Solid pickup on that first down play.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Here's 3rd and 7. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. But instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Another run here with Mitchell. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. 3rd down and 9. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Vikings will extend their third quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A run with Moss to begin the drive. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
1-1, right? Here we go. 11 coming.
A first down throw for Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Open man, downfield, Chase has it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. That's caught left side by Burton. And he's in. Jermaine Burton. Touchdown, Cincinnati. On is McPherson for the extra point. Now it's a fake. They'll flip it to the kicker. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. Now return coming from the 7. Here comes a reverse. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. This one brought in by Hopkinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Give up the middle for Mitchell. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. On third down, here's Mitchell. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down. Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return go. Now to throw on first down. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. On first down, Burrow. This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I mean, I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact for that matter.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 12.
On first and 10, Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1, right? Here we go.
Burrow. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Throwing right. It's taken in.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. McPherson now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Bengals are able to cut the deficit to 10.
36. Bengals 26.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
To a knee goes McCarthy. That should about wrap this one up. So, a win here for the Vikings. They bounced back from the loss last week. They'll put in a determined effort and come away